Hey guys, it's been a hot minute because I got married, but in today's video, I'm going to be doing a review of the Gucci Mini Diana bag. But before anything else, if you're new here, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. I'm trying to reach 3,000 subscribers this year, so if these are the types of videos that you like watching, I would really appreciate it if you could hit that subscribe button down below, and if you want to connect with me in my socials, it's at JODIE. So I was gone for a while the past months. My posts have just been like wedding content. I hope you guys enjoyed those videos. Those were mostly from our wedding suppliers, the photographer and the videographer. And after the wedding, I just had so much work to do, so I haven't really been able to take videos. I also don't have a filming spot yet, so I'm currently at my family home to film in my usual background because I don't really have much space for all my belongings yet. So I currently have all my designer bags here in the house, and I only bring a few bags every single week depending on the bags I'm gonna wear for the week. So majority is still here in my family home, so I am still going to be filming here until I finally get my space ready for filming. But for now, we will still be filming with this backdrop. I also apologize because I have no nails right now. My work is in construction and we've been painting a lot of stuff and using paint thinner. I always have my nails painted, but because I was helping out with all the painting and using thinner, I realized that my nails just weren't gonna cut it. I couldn't be in construction with painted nails, so I had to remove them. So for the past 2 months, my nails have actually been bare. So bear with me until I finish this current project and I can put nails on again. But yeah, without further ado, what you're all here for, the Gucci Mini Diana review. I really wanted to do this review because I've been using this bag a lot lately, especially because it was the wedding season. I went to like 3 weddings consecutively, and this was the bag that I used in all of them. Fortunately, the themes of those weddings were all like rustic theme, like with like dry flowers and like, a lot of wood. So bamboo really matched the theme perfectly, which is why I was able to use this bag in all of those 3 weddings. This is actually my most complimented designer bag out of all my bags, even my Chanel's. I don't think my Chanel's have ever gotten compliments out in the wild because I feel like, you know, with Chanel, everyone knows Chanel. And this one I feel is the most unique bag. That's why it's the bag that has gotten the most compliments so far, which is why I think I've really grown to love this Mini Diana. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the history of the bag, its specs, the pros and cons, wear and tear, and I will also be including mod shots. So first, I want to talk about the history of this bag. I actually got this bag about a year and a half ago for my 30th birthday. I'll link the unboxing up above. And the Gucci Diana is a bag that when it first re-released was a bag that I was really obsessed with. Like the first time this bag relaunched, I was just really obsessed with it. I explain more in that unboxing video, but this was a bag that I really knew I had to have. And for the longest time before purchasing this bag, I was kind of in a handbag rut where I wasn't really drawn to any new styles of bags. So when this came out, I was just like, wow, I really need to have that. And eventually I was able to find it, so I got it for myself for my 30th birthday. It was just in 2021 when this bag relaunched, and it was named the Gucci Diana after Princess Diana because back in the 90s, she was seen carrying the original version of this bag. I think it was like a medium version. She was photographed a lot by the paparazzi carrying the original Diana bag. So I'll just show some pictures here. And the original Diana was very plain. It didn't have the Gucci Marmont logo. And I know that the original Diana bag didn't really have straps yet because these new versions come with straps. The original bag carried by Princess Diana was just like a medium-sized tote with just the bamboo handles and nothing else. So she would usually just carry it by the top handle. So this new version that they released, it actually has the Gucci Marmont logo on it. It now has long straps, so they released the new Diana in a mini, a small, and a medium size, and I believe all of them have straps. This was the first version, so this only came with 1 strap, but the current versions now come with 2 straps. They come with a leather thin strap, and they come with a canvas strap, which is like a thicker version. Also, another element that the new Dianas have is that they have these colored straps, these colored handle straps. So depending on the color of the bag that you get a different colored strap. So like the black ones came with pink straps, the new white ones come with the red straps, and you can also buy other colors of these handle straps to customize your bag, so it's fully dependent on you. But yeah, these straps, they may look like they're for aesthetic, but they're actually there for a reason, and it's to keep the bamboo handles together. Because it is said that bamboo tends to like stretch over time, so the leather handle straps help help to keep them together. So especially if you're like not wearing it, it's good to just leave the leather straps there just to make sure that it keeps its shape. So without the handle straps, this is what it looks like. And the handle straps that came with mine is orange. So whenever I go to formal events, I actually remove the straps because it doesn't really match with the white color of this, especially if it's a formal event. So I've actually used this bag with these straps for like vacations. So it's also a cute beach bag. It's very tropical. So I've actually carried this bag with the straps to the beach. I'll post pictures up here. But yeah, the beach is more casual. So I think the straps would really match this bag whenever I'm out in the beach because it's just very casual and colorful. So it just gives that like very casual tropical look. While for weddings or events, this looks great as is. Just the bamboo straps with all white and it just looks great like that. So for the specs, I'm just going to give the dimensions really quickly. It's about 6.5 inches in height, 7.5 inches in width, and for the depth, it's at 4 inches on the most bottom part, and it kind of tapers up here, but the widest area is 4.5 inches. For the interior of the bag, this is what it looks like. So to access the bag, you just have a flap over here, and it's like a magnetic closure flap, and it's actually a pretty strong magnetic closure, so you're sure that your belongings are safe if you have this closed. As you can see, you hear that? That's how you know that the flap is already fully closed. But yeah, you open it up, see? You see that effort? That's how strong the magnet is. And it's just a pink microfiber interior inside. And I do have the strap with me. So as I mentioned, this version is the first version of the mini Diana. So it only came with one long strap, and it's the leather strap, because the versions now also come with a canvas strap. So also the interior, I believe that the new mini Dianas also have a pocket inside, whereas this one is just like one big hole. So this is what the bag looks like with the long strap, as you can see. And what I like about this is that the rings connecting the bag to the hook, it's so well designed where there's actually like 2 rings to connect to, so that the hook or clasp doesn't connect directly to that initial ring which is connected to the bag. So I like that aspect of it because it actually hides the rings when you carry it as so. So for this bag, I haven't really worn it out much casually, like going to the mall or anything like that, because I always feel like I'm gonna get it dirty. So I haven't really worn it with the long straps as much. I feel like there's such a casual vibe with the long straps. I've only really worn it like this to the beach because it really looks cute like this when you wear it out to the beach. But other than that, like since I wear it mostly for events, I like to carry it just top handle as so. When it comes to things that you can carry inside, honestly, not much will fit. Even my phone, it's a struggle for me to really put my phone in there. My phone is the Samsung Galaxy Ultra S22, so it's quite big, and it will fit if you like angle it as so, and there's like not much other stuff inside. But when you have it full with your other things, it's kind of a hassle to put it in there. So if I really need to put my phone down, I just put it like this. So that's how my phone goes in there. So I'm not able to close the bag when I put my phone in because I leave it out like that. Since when I'm at events, I'm holding my phone the whole time either way because, you know, we're taking pictures. So the phone doesn't really go in there much when I'm at events. But just to give you an idea, these aren't the things that I normally put inside. These are just SLGs. But usually for events, I just have a card holder in there, my lipstick, eye drops, my phone charger, and the power bank. And the power bank usually takes up a lot of space, which is why I only have a card holder in there. So this is the mini O case, the Chanel mini O case, and it can fit, but again, sideways. So I normally don't like to bring this. I think the perfect SLG to have in here would just be like a card holder. So here's my Chanel card holder and it will fit. And then usually I'd have a power bank, which already takes up so much space. And then my charger, my mini brush over here. It's a compact brush, so I'd always have that as well. I'd have like a pill box, and that pretty much already takes up the whole space. So you don't really need much anyway when you're going to events. So that's what it would look like. And yeah, my phone would just be sticking out like that. So it's still okay. It could just stick out like that because again, if it's full, you can't have your phone fully in there. This is usually what it looks like. And to have it closed, you would need to just have, so the other side would just have my power bank and then the other little trinkets, and that pretty much sums up what you can fit inside. So that's enough for it to close, as you can see. Now for the pros and cons. Pros, Definitely, it's a very, very pretty, dainty bag. I love mini bags, so this is just perfect. I mentioned earlier that this is also my most complimented handbag. The compliments that I've gotten on this were like, wow, that bag's so nice, like with the bamboo handles, because you don't really see this type of design out much. I feel like it's very unique with the bamboo, especially people from my generation. I feel like didn't really grow up with the original Gucci 90s bamboo style. So for people in my generation, I feel like for them to see this style of bag with bamboos, I feel like it's very unique to them. Also because I'm from a tropical country, a lot of the fashion aesthetics right now, it's very like tropical. So a lot of the styles revolve around like linen. They love anything rattan. So a lot of those like rattan bags. So I feel like the bamboo really complements that like linen, tropical, clean girl aesthetic. That's why I feel like a lot of people are really drawn to this. And I've also gotten compliments that like, wow, it looks better in person, because I've also had friends see my YouTube video about this bag, and when I brought this bag out, they were like, wow, that actually really looks well made in person, because I feel like it doesn't really translate in video. So when they see it in person, they're like, wow, that looks like a really well made bag. Another pro I think would be the handles, the bamboo handles, because it's bamboo. So I feel like problems with a lot of leather bags is that, especially in a light color like this, it's not actually like paper white, it's like an off-white kind of colors. So can you imagine like if this was a full leather handbag with leather handles, it would actually be hard to maintain, because this is where you hold it the most, and so oil and dirt from your hands would go on the handles if these were like an all leather bag, especially if it's white. But because these are bamboo handles, I find that it's actually very carefree. I don't really have to worry much about it, especially when grabbing the bag, because I know that nothing's gonna happen to the handles anyway. So I like that about it, and I just really love like the sturdiness of the bamboos. Now for the cons, and I feel like there would be quite a few cons on this, mostly because of the colors. So this leather I think is in the calfskin, so it's in a white calfskin. These original versions came in calfskin, so it's a softer type of leather. I'm not sure if you can see it, but the current versions now I think come in pigskin, which is harder. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but that's based on what I've seen on the website. Like the current versions are much sturdier. I've also tried them in store. They seem thicker, and from what I believe, they are pigskin. But this version of mine is in calfskin, so it's softer, and I feel like it attracts dirt more. The pigskin one is really harder to the touch, so I feel like, especially when it comes to dirt and dents and other things, I feel like that new version with the pigskin can withstand it more. Unfortunately, since this is the softer calfskin, you will definitely see dirt more often. So this is a bag that I really have to go through every after use just to check that there's nothing crazy that happened to it. Also, if there are any color transfers, at least if I look at it at the end of the day after I wear her out, I'm able to spot it right away, and I'm able to just like rub it out with wet wipes easily. However, because it is in the calfskin leather, one con would be that, again, I mentioned it's easier for this bag to get dents. So as you can see over here, this is one dent that I've noticed, and it's just not coming out. I'm just like trying to air it out. But basically, because these handles come down, like if you store it wrong, and I stored it wrong once and it never went away. So if you store it and it goes down like this, so usually it's up like that, but the bamboo handles tend to go down like this. And if you store it wrong, it kind of, so you can see, it kind of dents the leather, and that's where the dents occur. And especially because it's white, it's more obvious. So I'll just do a close-up on it. Right now from afar you can't see it, but when you look up close, you can definitely see that there's like some indentation on the handle area. So that's one thing to be careful of. So when you store it, never store this bag like down like this, because it would definitely mark, like especially here. Never do that. So I always store this bag with the handles upright and with the leather straps on, and I make sure that it never goes down as so. Even like when you're carrying it with a crossbody, I think I've seen some people like carry it like that, like it would be like this, and then the crossbody is up like that. If you wear it like this, it would definitely dent on this area, especially if you have the original version. So just a warning to not carry it like that. But if you have the new version, the pigskin one, I think it would be less apparent if you carry it like this. So maybe just watch some reviews if they warn you about that. because yeah, for this calfskin, I recommend not to carry it like that. So yeah, that's just the main thing of it. Softer leather will attract more dents, especially in these areas. For the bottoms though, there haven't really been much dents. The bag has feet. It has 5 feet in the bottom, and I've put it on a lot of surfaces already, yes, so for the past year and a half that I've had it. And actually, there's no like tarnishing on the bottom feet yet. And even on the corners, even if it's a white bag, the corners have managed to stay clean. So that's pretty surprising. I guess I've taken really good care of her. And also another con will probably be the fact that it's so tiny that you can't really fit much. However, if you're going for the small or medium size, then that would definitely fit a lot more. It's really dependent on your needs. For me, I really purchased this bag to wear as an event bag, so it fits my needs perfectly, so I don't really have any qualms with the amount of items that it fits. But if you're the type of person who needs a bigger bag, then I really wouldn't recommend this. And finally, for the wear and tear in the last year and a half that I've had this bag, I already mentioned it earlier, the denting. So there's dents here, but hopefully it's something that can just air out and eventually go back to normal. Here in the back, there's not much dents. For any color transfer, there's nothing really, because I mentioned that I tend to wet wipe it every after use. The gold hardware doesn't really have tarnishing yet, even on the GG, although you can see some minor scratches on the GG. Interior is still in great condition. I feel like I've managed to keep it very clean, but I think one noticeable wear and tear would be the handles. It's already been mentioned that they have these leather handles to keep the bamboo together, but I feel like it's starting to show some stretching, because as you can see, the bamboo is connected to this ring, and this ring is connected to the leather strap that holds the bamboo together. And because I feel like there is some stretch to the bamboo, you can see that this ring, the two rings, are already stretching out the leather parts from each other. So they're kind of like moving away. There are already signs of it moving away, more especially here in the back. So I can see that because if this bamboo stretches out, it will bring these rings along with it. And so if this stretches out, this ring will go with it. And so you can see that the leather attachments are starting to like move away. So I feel like it's very, very slow, but you can see it. It's a very, very slow movement of it like moving away from each other. Hopefully the bamboo doesn't really like stretch too much, but that is a wear and tear that I feel like could get worse over time if it stretches more, which is why you guys have to put the leather straps on just to maintain the shape. Because I feel like the stretching of these rings would really stretch out the leather, and it's not gonna be a good look if the leather patches are stretched out like that. So close up, you can see what I mean, that it's moving, starting to move away from each other, whereas it's supposed to be like its original size, which is like closer together. So that's just one major wear and tear that I noticed. As for everything else, as I mentioned, it still looks good. Even the corners, considering I would put this down in surfaces a lot, the bottom is still like in pristine condition. So I feel like it has held up pretty well, and the wear and tear on this has been great so far. So that's about it on this bag. My most complimented handbag in my collection. I feel like this is really a standout piece in my collection right now. And I really like how no one else has it. Like even on YouTube, not much people talk about this bag. And even in my normal day-to-day life, a lot of people haven't really seen this design yet. So I feel like this is really unique, which is why I feel like it's definitely a standout piece in my collection. I didn't expect this bag to be my most complimented handbag because I initially felt like it was very simple, but I think it's the fact that it's not really seen anywhere. It's not common, nor is it very popular, which is why I think it garners a lot of attention whenever I carry this bag out. So that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, I would really appreciate it if you could hit that like button down below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I would really appreciate it if you could. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!